When Michael introduced Jasmine, the love of his life, to his wealthy parents, he expected resistance, but nothing could prepare him for the storm that followed. Charles and Eleanor Wilkinson, steeped in their privilege and prejudice, saw Jasmine's race as an insurmountable flaw, despite her intelligence and kindness. They went to shocking lengths, fabricating lies, spreading rumors, and sabotaging her career, all to drive her away. But Jasmine and Michael's love proved resilient against the odds. As the couple fought for their future, the Wilkinsons' sinister plans began to unravel, exposing the true cost of their hatred. In a battle between love and bigotry, Michael faced an impossible choice: his family's fortune or the woman who had captured his heart. The grand estate of the Wilkinsons sprawled across acres of manicured lawns and pristine gardens. Behind the luxurious facade, however, lay secrets that money couldn't bury. Charles Wilkinson, the head of the family, and his wife Eleanor, prided themselves on their legacy, wealth, and reputation. But their veneer of sophistication cracked when their only son, Michael, introduced them to Jasmine. Jasmine wasn't what the Wilkinsons expected. She was intelligent, kind, and ambitious, but in their eyes, none of that mattered. She was black, and that alone was enough for Charles and Eleanor to see her as unworthy of their son. Michael, however, was enamored. He had met Jasmine during his time volunteering at a community center in the city. She was a program coordinator, tirelessly working to improve the lives of underprivileged youth. Her passion and dedication inspired him, and her warmth and sense of humor captivated him. Jasmine was everything he had ever wanted in a partner. When Michael brought Jasmine to meet his parents, the tension was palpable. Eleanor's smile was tight, her voice dripping with fake politeness, while Charles barely masked his disdain. Despite their frosty reception, Jasmine remained composed and gracious, determined not to let their prejudice intimidate her. After the dinner, the gloves came off. Charles and Eleanor confronted Michael. "She doesn't belong in our world," Charles snapped. "You're throwing away everything we've built for someone who doesn't fit into our family." Michael was furious. "Jasmine is the best person I've ever met. She's compassionate, driven, and she makes me happy. Isn't that what matters?" But the Wilkinsons were relentless. They warned Michael that marrying Jasmine would tarnish their reputation and jeopardize his inheritance. Michael, undeterred, declared that he loved Jasmine and intended to marry her regardless of their approval. Unwilling to accept defeat, Charles and Eleanor devised a plan to drive Jasmine away. They hired a private investigator to dig into her past, hoping to find something they could use against her. When that failed, they resorted to spreading false rumors about her in their social circles, insinuating that she was a gold digger with ulterior motives. Jasmine, however, proved resilient. She had faced discrimination before and refused to let the Wilkinson schemes break her. But the relentless attacks took a toll on her relationship with Michael. She didn't want to be the cause of a rift between him and his family, and she began to question whether their love was strong enough to withstand the onslaught. The breaking point came when Charles and Eleanor orchestrated their most ruthless plan yet. They fabricated evidence suggesting that Jasmine was involved in fraudulent activities at the community center where she worked. They anonymously tipped off the board, leading to an investigation that threatened her job and reputation. Jasmine was devastated. Her work at the center was her life's passion, and the accusations left her feeling betrayed and hopeless. When Michael found out, he was livid. He confronted his parents, demanding to know if they were behind the accusations. Charles and Eleanor denied everything, but their smug expressions gave them away. Michael realized that his parents' hatred was more deeply rooted than he had imagined. He made a decision that would change his life forever. He told them he wanted nothing to do with their fortune or their legacy if it meant sacrificing his love for Jasmine. "Keep your money, keep your mansion, keep everything," he said. "I choose Jasmine. And if you can't accept that, then I want nothing to do with you." Charles and Eleanor were stunned. They had never imagined that their son would defy them so completely. But their arrogance wouldn't let them back down. They watched as Michael packed his belongings and left the estate, determined to start a new life with Jasmine. With Michael's unwavering support, Jasmine fought to clear her name. They gathered evidence proving the accusations against her were false, and traced the source of the fabricated documents back to the private investigator hired by the Wilkinsons. The board of the community center apologized and reinstated her with full honors, acknowledging her innocence and the value of her contributions. Michael and Jasmine's love only grew stronger in the face of adversity. They moved into a modest apartment and began building a life together, free from the toxic influence of his parents. Michael found fulfillment in working alongside Jasmine at the community center, using his privilege and connections to help expand its programs. Meanwhile, the Wilkinsons' world began to crumble. News of their actions spread, tarnishing their reputation among their peers. Their social circle began to distance themselves, unwilling to associate with such overt prejudice. Charles and Eleanor, once revered for their wealth and influence, found themselves increasingly isolated. Months turned into years, and Michael and Jasmine's love story became a beacon of hope for others facing similar challenges. They married in a small, intimate ceremony surrounded by friends and supporters who celebrated their union. Together, they continued their work at the community center, creating opportunities for underprivileged youth and advocating for equality and inclusion. One day, Eleanor showed up at their doorstep, her once proud demeanor replaced with humility. She admitted that she and Charles had been wrong and begged for forgiveness. Jasmine, ever the kind and compassionate soul, encouraged Michael to hear his mother out. While forgiveness didn't come easily, it marked the beginning of a tentative reconciliation. Through their love and resilience, Michael and Jasmine proved that true wealth isn't measured by money or status, but by the strength of one's character and the bonds of love and compassion. Their unwavering commitment to one another in the face of relentless prejudice became a beacon of hope for others facing similar challenges. Michael's decision to leave behind his privileged life and forge a new path with Jasmine symbolized the ultimate triumph of love over hatred. Their story was shared widely, inspiring conversations about equality, acceptance, and the importance of standing against discrimination. In the years that followed, they built a life filled with kindness, mutual respect, and a determination to make the world a better place, ensuring their legacy would endure as a testament to the transformative power of love and courage.